Hey guys, how's it going? Enzyme here. Welcome to part 50 of my Tales of Arise playthrough. Today, we are just gonna go ahead into this new area and see what's up. So last time,
something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Really? This cave doesn't look like a natural formation. Anyways, last time, a big satellite shot a big laser, or shot a big crystal into the ocean. And now everything's fucked.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelagian?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Even the guards, even the guards, they were in 4chan for so long.
Dispose of the trash.
Try harder! Not a chance! Come and face me! The flame inside me!
I shall see you where you stand.
Eat this! You're mine! Strike!
Resonate with the earth!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
As impressive as always.
Where I hope that isn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Flaming thrust! You're on! An Umbra!
Everyone
fight.
hanging in there?
Those little monkey things were so much easier to kill than those guards.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Xion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Xion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Xion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Xion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
She's acting more tsundere than usual. Something is wrong. I gotta say the Awakening Pebble. Okay. Awakening Pebble. Okay. I gotta say though, like in JRPGs, it seems like they do those gasps a lot.
People used to go through here
Like-
in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off? To keep it hidden then?
Seems like it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's see what you've got.
This one's mine. In here.
Like in JRPGs, they use those gasps a lot, like, or like, instead of using like expressions because they can't. Those little those anime animations is a very limited range to the amount of facial expressions they can do. At least what it feels like. So they have to is resort to the voice acting to try to get the point across.
We turn the tables on.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll always be here.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Wow! Look what I just found.
These fights are pretty easy. A lot easier compared to the castle.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Dragon Swarm! On your knees. Sword Rain Alpha! Be still!
Your wings won't save you from me. I don't feel like my usual self. I'm done. Let him mark this.
All yours! Sword Rain Alpha! I'm ready! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Take care! I'm not done! Sword Rain Alpha!
In here.
Be still! I'm not done! The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that.
Castle! Here I come!
I'm out of it. In here.
Can you take it? Struck! Seismic Rupture! And the Sword Rain Alpha! Castle!
One more time.
Alright. Back to the point before, it seems
That
that
extra training paid off.
Western games are less reliant on those vocalizations to display emotions, and rather they focus more on the actual facial animations.
What's this thing?
It's probably
I
a
see
byproduct
supplies
of
and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle pages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
probably remnants of, you know, just animation in general.
But they're vicious.
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them? Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let
Now! You're mine!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Sword ball! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A comfortable win.
Sapphire One Piece. One Piece has over 1,000 chapters. They need to end that shit already. A One Piece dress lined with sapphires, mysterious gems capable of protecting the wearer from astral arts that will otherwise harm them.
And thus our strength yet grows.
I don't know. It's interesting because thinking back on it, trying to think back on, you know, what was like the first game, like the first Western game that had really had focus on, you know, storytelling and voice acting and facial expressions in general. Like nowadays, like a lot of the AAA games in the West are basically movies.
Retreat if you know what's good
They're-
for you.
Where are you going?
No escape! You're mine! I'm not done! I'll take you all off!
Are those arms even natural? Dance in the wind!
Soaring Light Spear!
This
You're
will come
on!
in handy.
Ignite! I'm ready! Jubilee! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Banana, let's go!
Prepare to be seized. Fleet of foot. Actually,
Let's talk in more
I'm
to
ready!
it. This one's got your name on it!
action to action.
Hear me, flame of
Take
fury!
this! No escape! Dragon
Here's
Form!
now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Our superiority He was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Let's see what you've got. I shall ensure
It might not be a really good comparison, since this game is kind of like seems like a lot of the story in this game is told through what is it? Are these cutscenes? I guess not a lot of the story, but most of like the character banter and stuff is told through
That's my cue.
these kind of like bonus cutscenes.
Say no more.
Well done.
Whereas in Western games, or at least like the open world adventure games, a lot of the character interactions is done while in game. While you're moving someplace or something. Like in God of War, between Atreus and Kratos, their interactions are either told through straight up cutscenes or with their dialogue when you're doing stuff. Buff Bangle boosts all the wearer stats each time you defeat an enemy.
Equipment.
So it might just be like, rather than an Eastern Western thing, it might just be a limitation of how they chose to tell the
How
story.
much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
I think the point that they're both Renins is a good one. The red woman might be straight up be invisible to Danins. More awakening. Oh, that's a tier 5 awakening pedal. Pebble. Nope, see ya. Okay. Looks like the frozen valley over there is our exit to Cyslodia. And oh man, this guy. Oh, dodged him. I'm a professional dodger. If I can dodge a monkey, you can dodge a ball. Never mind, they're here.
Be careful, I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Where are you going?
We've turned the tables on the airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you and Screwy. This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go. Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down?
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Maybe those wedges have something to do with the terraforming on Dana. You know, like why the environment changes dramatically all of a sudden. Looks like we have to fight these guys.
Get lost! Lightning can I'm only getting started!
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still!
Not in your dreams!
You're mine! It's over! Rending you apart! Bloody Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Sword Rain Alpha! Johalim! In an instant! Impact Clock! Still got a ways to go.
Almost there. Just gotta fight this enemy group. Transcendent Pebble. Wow, that exit just straight up looks snowy.
Sword Rain Alpha! Flaming thrust! I'm not done! Soaring right spear! Rending you a bloody Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Do it!
Be still!
Doreen!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
That's a cool one. I don't know if I've seen that one before. I know I haven't been like
This ends now!
using a lot of Runewell for what was it, the final super attack? Combination strike at the end.
Negative gate! On your knees.
Soaring right spear! Here I come! I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Don't get complacent.
There's some treasure in there. I'm gonna go get it because these fights aren't too super tough. They're not like the dungeon we were in last time, where everything just kind of sucked and was super tedious.
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! Mirage! Take this!
Thanks so much! Healing
It's
circle!
over!
More with action!
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
I guess if I really wanted to see all of Runewell's combination attacks, I would have to use her as the main character, but I don't really feel like doing that. Oops. I accidentally hit dodge instead of attack. Right trigger instead of right bumping.
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Will this help?
I owe you one.
I owe you, Keon.
Healing is what my arts do best.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Again, all of Law's attacks have one more descriptor than necessary. Super Flashing Fang is just fine, buddy.
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Step back! This one's all law!
Sapphire Guard. A guard line with sapphires, mysterious gems capable of protecting from astral arts that will otherwise
Looks like
harm
some
them.
solid equipment.
That's probably for Kisara. Yep. Here it is, the Frozen Valley.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. And that's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, I completely forgot about what I was gonna say. Yep, it's gone. Just straight up gone. I wonder what level we are now.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Cross the drawbridge. That's an objective? That seems highly suspicious. Level 37. We still can't go fight the Mantis at the beginning of the game, because I remember distinctly that Mantis was level 43. Yep, it's not so easy.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
Menencia was most fortunate, I see.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it.
Well, I mean,
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
there was a dock. Just go back to the
Thanks
docks.
Bregan. It seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. And knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menencia.
Mahag-Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
I'm pretty sure most of the people we met in Mahag-Sar fucking died. You know, the guys who turned into the, the matter without substance, and the guy with the boat, who sunk and died. Let's go back to the Mahag-Sar
Aw,
docks.
Are you tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
I feel like that's the best place to go find a boat. Also, you know, eventually, these resistance groups need to stop calling themselves resistance groups and start calling themselves governments, because that's what they are now. And where the fuck do I go to find a boat? Where do I go to find a boat? Okay, did I go the wrong way? Frozen Valley, Safar Sea Cave. You know what? We're just gonna go straight, and hopefully we'll come across something. Dude, if they take us back to the docks, I mean, like, you know, I wouldn't even be mad if they had us like walk all the way back to Mahag-Sar and go to the docks. I wouldn't even be mad, because that makes
I wonder
sense.
what we'll find out there this time. Look,
That makes sense.
It's likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them,
I mean, is the sea cave how I got to the how I got to Mahag-Sar in the first place? The snow plains, abandoned passage. That's how I got to Cyslodia, right? Yeah. So where do we go to find a ship? Woodheard Forest? That goes all the way back to Calaglia, right? Is there something that tells us where? Yeah, dude, it... I'm not even mad. I'm not even fucking mad. It took us to exactly where I thought we should go.
That was
Yep.
quite the little adventure we went on.
Here it is. This boat. This is the boat that fucking sunk. Okay.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
This is the boat that. It's the same boat. It's the same goddamn boat. All right. Let's. Is this the same dude?
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renin engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renin?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
All right. We found ourselves the same boat that we were on. Look at this. Yep. I don't know. I don't know what I expected. It makes so much sense, and yet I am somehow still disappointed. I mean, it's so complicated. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. Next time, we're back on a boat. We're gonna go to the wedge. We're gonna see what's up. Alright? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.